So this is happening right now. Oh my God. What
She
the
would make
fuck?
all the little kids go in her.
Barbz? Ex-Barbz? Well, I mean, there aren't any Barbz left, excuse me. Ex-Barbz. Is this humiliating for you? Well, I mean, it's like you probably gave her up at least like a year or two ago, but God.
Please welcome Nicki MAGAj.
These are the new Barbz in the audience. What if Nicki was always a Republican? I saw some post on Famoy yesterday that was basically just I can't remember which celebrity, but some celebrity was like, yeah, there's so many closeted MAGA in Hollywood. They love the tax breaks.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
This is disturbing.
We are so grateful. I mean,
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I am honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
you had some fun words for Governor Newsom.
Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Haha, not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav. The Gav, not.
It's so annoying, like, hearing these people talk on trans people, because it's like, you don't know any. Like, the one that you know is like that Maya Rudolph person. Isn't it Maya Rudolph, that person, like the detransitioner that the MAGA people are always talking about, and they're just awful. God.
Gav.
Maya, no, not Maya Rudolph. Who's that one bitch? Not Maya Rudolph. I'm getting it confused. Who's that one? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? It's like MAIA or something. Maya the poet. Whoever that person is. Yeah, Brianna Wu as well. Why does everyone resort to hating trans people when they want to crash out? No, for real. We need to do like an ex-Barbz anonymous fundraiser for the dolls or something soon. Like, it's gonna happen soon. This is just so disgusting. Like, I know some of you are just like, I feel disgusted that I ever supported this woman.
You know, it doesn't.
Even if it was years and years ago, it's just like, God. We'll have like the ex-Barbz repenting and paying reparations to the dolls.
Well,
like, I bought one of Nicki's albums. Here's $20. You know, I should try to see if we can get the queens involved.
back down ever again.
That would be so fun.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president.
The Epstein files out. How dare she? It's like they want to speak on trans people and they want to make trans people out to be child predators. Meanwhile, they're like cheering on fucking Donald Trump, you know, the guy that's our president that's in the Epstein files with all of the other fucking weird elite pedophiles. It's just so dark-sided. It really is.
He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance
pedophiles. He's given pedophiles and rapists like her brother and husband hope that they can too get away with it and get off the hook for the rape and predatory shit that they've done.
Shows that he's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on. You'll never understand.
She relates to Trump.
Like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to.
No, it's like the way she, like, what she's doing here, I feel like, is she's relating her rapist husband to Trump. She's relating her rapist, you know, her child predator, rapist brother and husband to Trump. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what she's doing. She's like, yeah, President Trump has also been accused of being a child predator rapist, just like my husband and brother, and it's all lies.
read those
Shut the
lies,
fuck up, bitch.
I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people.
This is really so disturbing.
The ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
She's really trying to get her husband a presidential pardon, isn't she? Who is her husband?
Kidnapped. While they're in
A
church,
rapist.
people are being
Kenneth
kidnapped,
Petty
people
is
are
his
being
name,
killed,
right? Is that right?
brutalized, all because of their religion.
No, I do need to change the Nicki
We're not
email.
allowed to have a different opinion anymore. We're not allowed to think.
You can
out
have
loud
your opinion,
anymore.
Nikki, but we
We're
can
not,
judge you
like,
for your opinion. Like, that's
just-
how it works. Like, you're allowed to have
Isn't that
different
what
opinions.
the world used
People
to
are
feel
also
like?
allowed to criticize you for your
And
opinions.
especially for the young people.
Like,
I
get the
don't want
fuck
them
over
growing up
it,
in a world where
Snowflake.
I literally tell them, stay mad.
Amen.
Stay mad. Because we're going to stay joyful
Yep.
and peaceful and iconic and smart. And we're going to stay thinkers. In a world that doesn't want us to think, we will think. By ourselves, on our own. We will continue to think.
This is crazy. Isn't it disturbing
you
whenever
guys
you
so
see
much.
so
Thank
many
you.
young
Thank you,
Republicans?
guys.
Like, you think that, like, oh, it's like they're dying off,
So going
they're all
along that
old, but then you
thread,
see all these young
Can you tell
Republicans.
us about your relationship with God? Because I think a lot
And
of
you
us
know, they
wanna
all
hear.
come from wealth,
Sure.
too. All of these young, you know,
My
like they're the
relationship with
fucking
God
Nepo
started-
babies.
Well, when I was a toddler in Trinidad, my grandmother, if
They'll
things
learn eventually.
got
They won't, though, because they're like the future
spicy in the
elite.
house, like if
They
people-
are. They're the
if
future
kids or
Nepo
grandkids
babies
were
that are going to
arguing or
rise to
fighting,
power because
she
their
would make
parents
all the
were in
little
power.
kids, even as a little girl, I learned how to pray very early.
When was she?
I
Was she a-
always had this.
Was she applying God and Christianity to her life whenever she attacked young Miley on stage at the VMA Awards? Was she like, you know, was she thinking about God and Christianity whenever she was making fun of Meg the Stallion's mother dying? Like,
Faith that
she
made
is
people
such an
think, you know, the kind of
unchristian
faith that you
woman.
think
Like,
a
shut
person's
the fuck
crazy, like,
up.
oh please, like, you know. But I had that faith instinctively because now it's just I'm thinking about, is God pleased with this? Not if the bullies and uglies are pleased.
The bullies.
But
The
if
audacity
God
of
is
Nicki
pleased,
Minaj to refer to
and when you
anybody
have that
else as a
personal
bully.
relationship
This
with
woman
God,
has
guess
been a
what?
fucking bully
Even in
her whole
school,
life.
he's there.
Oh my God. Whenever, like, the, what, like 3-4 years where Nicki was really like the, you know, like A-list, like, you know, top female rapper or whatever, she used that time to bully other women. And that's why
the
all of
first
her
ring,
peers
he's going to
fucking
answer.
hate her. Like, Nicki Minaj literally, like, stole Lil' Kim's gig, basically, right? Like, and then acted like she didn't. You know, it's like she really did, like, take a lot from the Lil' Kim universe and make it into her own, and then she turned around and act like she didn't do that and badmouthed Lil' Kim.
When the truth walks in the room, the lies hide. They don't come out willingly. You gotta pry it out.
She's talking about Cardi B and Meg the Stallion. She is like, she's still mad about Meg the Stallion calling out her rapist husband. You know, it's like, that's who she's talking about. Whenever she's talking about the lies, like, that's what she's talking about.
Recently, in the media, it's almost been like a push to, it's not just making young Black children feel proud of themselves, but it's almost like doing that and at the same time telling other children not to be proud of themselves. And I don't want any child feeling that way. If
Is she saying that they're making like white children not feel proud of themselves? Is she doing like the anti-white racism thing?
if as Black women we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty, if we felt like that as Black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that...
Like the audacity of Nicki talking like this whenever she has put down so many other women in the industry that she's in. She has attacked so many women in her industry. Like she's body shamed women. Hasn't she even done like colorism to other Black women? Like she's done so, like, this is just such a fucking joke. Like,
we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand?
No, I don't, Nicki.
Me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful.
Nobody's upset whenever a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman like knows that she's beautiful. Like what's weird is whenever a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman goes around, you know, acting like she has superior genes for those genetics. That's what people are upset by, not by like, what a reach.
Why shouldn't she feel that? Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they look? Like, isn't that wild?
No, so that's not girls, happening though.
I don't want what was done to little Black girls done to little white girls. I don't want it done to any girls. I want...
Then you should start with taking yourself out of the media, Nicki. You should start by taking yourself out of the media. If you don't want that happening to other women, you should start with removing yourself from the limelight. Because, like, seriously, like, most of her career, she was constantly putting down other women. That's why none of the other fucking female rappers like her. That's why, like, Cardi B, Meg the Stallion, like, it's like the beef list goes on. And it's like it goes back to her usually body shaming and putting down other women's looks. This is just, like, the audacity of Nicki talking like this whenever, like, she's been such a bully to other women.
You are beautiful.
God.
You are you, and you can compliment another girl.
This is just so disgusting.
And still know that you are epic and amazing. So that's what I would say for the girls.
And then just like her getting on stage to do this and talk about how much she loves Trump, like, you know, while the Epstein files are being like released all over the internet and we're seeing pictures of him with like, you know, like young women, like young children, young girls, like,
and I know the
right,
older,
and then Trump is calling women ugly all the time too.
Where I'm going with that, where I'm getting, you know, I don't like that. I don't like people making other people feel badly about themselves.
You don't? Isn't that what you do?
We need to nurture young girls.
Yeah, beef with Culture and Stormy. Yeah, she was like calling other women's children ugly, wasn't she? She was literally coming after other women's children.
Yes, whether they are Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they still need to be nurtured. They cannot continue to pay for other people's sins. They haven't done anything wrong.
I hate this woman so bad. I didn't know that I could hate her more, but this is like...
And what do you think about for young men?
I didn't think she could tank any harder.
And for young men, don't be new scum. You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin, J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that, for boys, be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. There's nothing wrong with being a boy.
Amen.
How about that?
Amen.
How powerful is that? How profound is that?
Well, it's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with like being a boy, but it's like the way that these young boys are acting now because of how they see, you know, like the leader of the fucking country acting, you know, go and talk to like female teachers and how like the boys will be boys mentality is going for them. You know, like I've heard it's like just abysmal being like a female teacher for like these young boys these days. Like they're just so disrespectful, so hateful, so like there is an issue with young boys and young men right now. There is an issue with their behavior. And it's on like, you know, it's like they're not being taught masculinity at all. Like they're being taught to be like fucking assholes. You know, it's like the way that they're acting isn't, I don't know. It's like the idea of like masculinity and you know, it's like there aren't like masculine and feminine traits. There are just like good traits that make up both men and women, you know, but it's like the way that these young people, these young boys are acting, it's like they're teacher here can relate, right? Like I've heard it's like abysmal. I've heard like educators are really struggling with young people right now, predominantly young men, because of how disrespectful they are.
Amen.
Boys will be boys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
As a Republican, how do you not question your entire worldview if Nicki Minaj and Azalea Banks is agreeing with you?
And when it gets tough out there, I want you to hold with you a word. It could be anything. For me, it's Charlie. But for you guys, it could be, I don't know, refocus, family, children, future, something. Hold that word in your heart so that when you go back out into the world and you have someone screaming in your face.
That's what I'll hold. Barbz Veronica. Nicki, please, but at least she's serving. Please tell me this is AI. She's really been annoying the fuck out of me lately, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm done. Somebody responds, bye. One of the top 1% commenters. She's just supporting a grieving widow, y'all. It's not political. Nicki just being so random right now. What?
I'm sorry, after lying on your dead mama, Nicki, you're burnt.
I disagree, but
you're burnt. That's why you're getting fat.
I feel like people get fat for a lot of reasons. Oftentimes we
No, you get fat when God does not love you.
That's not true.
Yes, it's true.
That's not true.
God hates fatties.
No, like I feel like Azalea is like, Nicki's trying to come for my Tel Aviv gig. Get out of here. You know, like I think Azalea is getting a bit territorial about Tel Aviv. She's like, Nicki, get out of here. These are my fans. So are we dragging everyone who thinks Trump or only the people we already dislike because the outrage is loud for Nicki, who is irrelevant but mysteriously quiet and even positive for others? Or is it because he doesn't have LGBTQ fans so he gets a pass to be a Trump supporter? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, Nicki's getting more criticism for being a Trump supporter because a lot of her fans were probably more predominantly, you know, like, yeah, like Nicki Minaj definitely had a different type of fandom than what Mike Tyson did or does. Yeah, I saw this earlier. Miley on her friendship with Ariana. Ariana and I are still good friends despite one of her old close friends constantly telling lies and bad stuff about me. She's not friends with her anymore, but she's still friends with me. I'm thankful for Ari. Love her. She's talking about Nicki Minaj. Yeah, it's definitely Nicki Minaj. Remember when Nicki said Miley's body was shaped like a chicken? And when Nicki was trying to say Miley was trying to be her for wearing a pink wig? I won't forget when Nicki thought Ariana was shading her on a TikTok video and Nicki started liking shady comments about Ari's body and relationship. I also wanted to say Miley and Ariana in a... I always wanted Miley and Ariana in a lesbian relationship. Both have the same body shape. Both were the same people's princess. Both are similar. Okay, but like body... I don't get that. Like body shape. Like what? But I've always said, I don't think that Miley will find love with the man because Miley's openly bi. I'm pretty sure. I think that Miley will find true love with a woman, but I think that these men that Miley's with, like, she needs to be with a woman. But yeah, like, can we talk about this?
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate shit. Nicki, congratulations. And just because the VMAs have already started doesn't mean that the voting is done.
Back to this bitch that had a lot to say.
No, like, you know, this is kind of like something that we'll meme about. Like, it's kind of became like a bit of like a pop culture meme. But like looking back at this, it really is just like, you know, it really is fucked up. Like, how much older is Nicki than Miley here? Like, maybe like, I don't know, like 10 years older than Miley, probably. Like, Miley is like, what, 20 years old? And Miley handled it really well. But to be, you know, like attacked like that on stage by like one of your peers, you know, like that, like I feel like this like really just truly like shows like the nastiness of Nicki Minaj. Like, she's just always been like such a fucking bully. She's so awful. Like, we should have seen it coming more than what we did, right?
Say that word to yourself out loud or internally to
Nicki tanked.
refocus your brain and your heart and your soul.